In 1834, within Pluto in Aries opposed Saturn in Libra, the League of Outlaws was founded in Paris by Theodore Schuster. The League was a utopian socialist organization, the first of its kind. Schuster's pamphlet, Confession of Faith of an Outlaw, has been suggested as the first vision of marginalized people joining together in a coming revolution. 1850, the Pluto-Saturn conjunction in Taurus, the Communist Manifesto was published in English for the first time, written by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, commissioned by the Communist League, first published 2 years prior in German, just as the revolutions of 1848 began to erupt. The manifesto was later recognized as one of the world's most influential political documents. The Communist League came from the League of the Just, which arose out of the League of Outlaws originally. In 1852, the Communist League was disbanded. Following the Cologne Communist trial, the trial lasted from October the 4th to November the 12th. The League was suspected of having participated in the 1848 uprising, which was a revolution that broke out in many European countries, fighting for liberalism and workers' rights. 1867, Pluto and Taurus, Saturn oppose in Scorpio. Das Kapital was published on the 14th of September. It's a foundational theoretical text in economics, politics, and materialist philosophy, written by Karl Marx. It's the most cited book in the social sciences. 1883, the conjunction of Pluto and Saturn in Gemini. The Emancipation of Labour was founded in Geneva, Switzerland, by exiled Russians. The group published the first Russian-language translation of many of Karl Marx's books and distributed them, making an important step to what would become the building of the Russian Social Democratic Party. On the 4th of January 1884, the Fabian Society was founded in London by a group of intellectual socialists who promoted eugenics and non-violent social reform. The logo of the Fabian Society is a tortoise with the motto, "When I strike hard," and a wolf in sheep's clothing, another that represents its preferred methodology for achieving its goals. It was later abandoned due to the obvious connotations. It is still a political power of today, where Labour Party carries the Fabian affiliations. 1898, Pluto in Gemini opposed Saturn in Sagittarius. On the 1st of March was the founding of the Russian Socialist Democratic Party, resulting in the Bolsheviks and Mensheviks factors, who later on became the leading powers of Russia. 1915, Pluto-Saturn conjunction in Cancer. The anti-Confucian New Cultural Movement group started in China that promoted Western ideals like democracy and science. The movement was later launched by the writers of the New Youth magazine, where intellectuals promoted a new society. On the 15th of September, the magazine was founded. Pluto in Cancer opposed Saturn in Capricorn. On the 9th of November, the Chinese Soviet Republic was established by Mao Zedong. 1945, the conjunction of Pluto and Saturn in the sign of Leo. The United Nations was founded on the 24th of October. It was created in order to keep international peace after the World Wars, uniting communist and capitalistic countries under a global governance. On the 28th of December 1946, the Constitution of the Republic of China came into being. On the 20th of September 1947, the Tavistock Institute was founded. An institute of human relations applied social science to the contemporary issues and problems of society. The Rockefeller Foundation awarded a significant grant that facilitated the creation of the institute, which has major influence over educational research, consulting, and professional development work in the social sciences and applied psychology, working for public sector organizations internationally. 1965, Pluto in Virgo opposed Saturn in Pisces. Throughout this opposition in the 60s, the counterculture movement influenced massive changes in Western society, with the introduction of a sexual revolution, a drug revolution. Cultural changes transformed the traditional cultural values. China was also having a cultural revolution, which officially started on the 16th of May 1966. The Cultural Revolution of China transformed their traditional culture with a purge of their ancient heritage, eliminating them from Chinese society. Taking away capitalistic elements damaged the Chinese economy. 1981, conjunction of Pluto and Saturn in Libra. The Soviet Union begins its decline after Poland challenged Soviet Union's control over the satellite states in the Eastern Bloc. Between the 13th of December 1981 and the 22nd of July 1983, Poland was put under martial law to stop a civil war. This was the beginning of the Soviet Union's demise. 2001, Pluto in Sagittarius opposing Saturn in Gemini. 11th of September, the World Trade Center was demolished under the Bush administration. The war on terror culminated into the rise of a police state that took away freedoms and liberties. 2018, Pluto and Saturn conjunct in Capricorn. In May, Extinction Rebellion is founded. Environmental policies are submissive attempts to bring in communism. By reading the Exile Manifesto, it is clear. 15th of August of that same year was the beginning of Greta Thunberg's rise to fame as a personification of the movement, promoted by world leaders and the United Nations. 2020, March the 11th, the World Health Organization declares COVID-19 outbreak to be a pandemic. Lockdowns were implemented around the globe, bringing economical destruction with a draconian police state. The experimental treatment for the questionable disease has unknown consequences upon one's own health. It reminds us of the Fabian strategies and their logos, the thesis, antithesis, synthesis to the Great Reset, and an introduction to the Fourth Industrial Revolution and transhumanism agendas. The Megxit is also a thesis, antithesis, synthesis designed revolution to dissolve traditions in the future as communism and monarchy dialectically oppose each other. Harry shows signs of the hidden hand revolutionists of the past. The Saturn-Pluto conjunction will still be in effect until May of 2022. It will show more of this historical theme of communism to come. I urge people to learn their history and to prepare for communistic strategies to be implemented upon the public, as we can expect this in the near future.